Welcome to Small Town Whispers, where history, folklore, and the paranormal collide. I'm Bethany Borden, and I lived in Watseka, Illinois from 1988 to 1999. For over a decade, I walked the same streets, saw the same houses, and even had friends connected to the story we're about to dive into. This isn't just history for me, it's personal. Welcome back to Small Town Whispers, and happy Friday the 13th. Anyone doing a horror movie marathon tonight? I was always more of a Nightmare on Elm Street girl myself, but you really can't think of Friday the 13th without picturing that hockey mask, can you? This is the first of 3 Friday the 13ths this year. The next ones fall in March and November. So let me ask you, do you think the date actually means something? In Western culture, 13 is usually considered unlucky. Remember our vocabulary word? Triskaidekaphobia, the fear of the number 13. Because of that superstition, 80 to 90% of high-rise buildings in the US skip the 13th floor entirely. They'll label it 12A or M, or jump straight to 14. We avoid the number as if that alone keeps us safe. Historically, Friday the 13th has been linked to the arrest of the Knights Templar in 1307. Biblically, 13 people sat at the Last Supper, and 1 betrayed Jesus. Pop culture sealed the deal with 12 slasher films between 1980 and the early 2000s. My generation bought into it completely. But not everyone sees 13 as unlucky. In numerology, it represents transformation, endings that lead to rebirth, a spiritual awakening, the tearing down of something old to make room for something new. And that feels fitting, because Lurancy Vennum was 13 years old when her difficulties began. Today, on Friday the 13th, we arrive at the epic conclusion of Part 2. When we last left Watseka, Lurancy had been overtaken by the spirit of Willie Canning in front of Dr. Stevens, Asa Roff, Colonel Peters, and her stunned parents. Dr. Stevens gently guided Willie toward the next realm in a moment that felt almost peaceful. But Tom Vennum still had one burning question. Why Rancy? Dr. Stevens explained that Lurancy was weakened, physically and mentally, making her vulnerable. The spirits were using her body, even her vocal cords. He offered an image Tom could understand. You can play a barroom song or a church hymn on the same piano. It isn't the instrument making the music, it's the player. Lurancy, he said, was the instrument, not the player. And that is where we return to the book Watseka, America's most extraordinary case of possession and exorcism, on page 173. Lurancy coughed. All eyes were turned on her. She stretched her arms and uncrossed her legs, putting her bare feet on the floor. The men could see the rope burns around her ankles where Tom had tied her to keep her quiet. No one mentioned the scars. Mrs. Vennum went to her and touched her shoulder. "Are you all right, child?" Lurancy pushed the hand away. Lorinda stepped backward and began whimpering.
"Oh, for the love of heaven, will you stop that belly aching?"
Lurancy's voice was scratchy now. The doctor was ready to take on one more entity. "Good afternoon." The girl looked at him, pushing her hair back to get a better view.
"Who are you?"
"My name is Dr. E.W. Stevens. Who are you?"
"Stevens? I don't think I know no Stevens." Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Never heard of it.
She dug her fingernails into her armpit and scratched. It's near here, he said. Up north.
I had a married sister who moved up north, but she don't come to see me no more.
The doctor put a warning hand up towards the Vennums so they wouldn't start correcting Lurancy this time as well. Who are you? She looked at him, eyes open, and then squinted at him as if that would help her to see him more clearly. Who are you? He repeated. I've told you my name. The polite thing would be for you to tell me yours. She pursed her lips, frowned, then shrugged her shoulders.
Wouldn't hurt none. My name's Katrina Hogan.
Asa Roff drew his breath in sharply. Nice to meet you, Katrina, the doctor continued. How old are you?
Is it really?
Is it really what?
Nice to meet me? Ha ha ha! Very few folks around here think it's nice to meet me. Most of them go the other way, so they won't have to meet me.
Why, yes. It is indeed a pleasure to meet you. He stretched out his hand, and she looked around the room for a minute, and then shook it.
I'll shake your hand because you seem like a nice man. But don't let these other people touch me. I hate it when people I don't like touch me.
Don't worry. They'll keep their distance.
Especially that old biddy over there.
She pointed at Lorinda.
I can't stand old biddies.
Her mother began whimpering.
Damned old women coming around here and touching me and asking me questions and expecting me to solve their problems and then stoning me when things don't go their way.
Why do they do that?
Ha 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 ha! They say I'm a witch. They come running up the mountain when they need me, but when they don't, they pretend they never saw my likes in their life. Stupid old biddies.
Lorinda sobbed out loud at that.
Yes, you. You are a stupid old biddy.
Tom was about to get out of his chair, but all three men motioned him to stay exactly where he was. It took a great deal of effort for him to sit there and hear how his daughter was talking to his wife. I asked you before, said the doctor. How old are you?
63 years.
Where are you from?
Germany.
How long have you been here?
3 days.
How did you get here?
Through the air.
How long will you stay?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, he said. Don't you think that's rather a long time to be occupying this body?
What business is it of yours?
I've come here to help this girl.
Well, help her. Who's stopping you?
You are, he said.
Me? For Christ's sake. Now what am I getting blamed for?
She took back her hand and pulled her legs up under her skirt as before, hugging her knees to her chest. There was silence. The doctor hoped he had not broken the contact. I'm not blaming you for anything, he said soothingly. I'm just telling you that while you are here, I cannot help this girl.
And what am I supposed to do? Fly away again?
Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do.
Well, fuck you.
She turned her face away from him. Dr. Stevens got very red under his beard. No one had ever used those words with him before. He didn't care if it was a discarnate spirit he was talking with. She had to be reprimanded. How dare you use such language to me? And in the presence of a lady, he motioned toward Lorinda.
Her? She doesn't know what fuck means.
Lorinda thought she was going to faint off the chair. Having a sick daughter was one thing, but having a foul-mouthed daughter was quite another. I'm not going to sit here another minute, Tom. She rose and hurried toward the door to the upstairs hallway. I just can't take this anymore. You were supposed to be a doctor, Mr. Stevens. Well, do something. Either cure her or have her taken away. That child is not normal. That child is the devil. She fumbled for the door, opened it, and almost fell up the stairs, tripping over her long, full skirts in her haste to get away from Lurancy. There was silence in the room after she left. All eyes were on Lurancy, especially those of Asa Roff. Katrina Hogan, have you ever been here before?
Where is here?
In Watseka?
Never heard of it. Who is this man?
She asked Dr. Stevens. Have you never seen my face before? Asa continued. She peered at him through half-closed lids.
Yes, every time I look at a cow plop.
No, I'm serious, Asa insisted. Have you ever seen my face before? She looked at him again, studying his features in detail. She scratched at her nose and then at her armpit.
You look like somebody I've seen before, but I don't know where. Yes, maybe I do know you. From somewhere. Why?
Dr. Stevens looked at Mr. Roff. Yes, he said. Why are you asking that question? Asa shook his head. Nothing, he replied. It was just an idea that I had, something out of the past that I thought I recognized. Something to do with Lurancy? No, with someone else. I'm sorry, he apologized. I should not have intruded.
You are all intruding. Why don't you all go home and let me be?
The sun had gone down, and the room was badly lit, with just one small oil lamp. Nobody had noticed the darkness settling in. Dr. Stevens took out his pocket watch and consulted it. We have been here for almost an hour and a half. I suggest we leave the girl until tomorrow. I don't want to overtax her. These things are always better in moderate sessions. May we come back tomorrow? Tom nodded his head. If you think it can help Rancy. I think it can. Mrs. Hogan, he said to the girl. Mrs. Hogan, we are going to leave now, but we would like to come back and see you tomorrow. Is that all right? She didn't answer. May we call tomorrow? He asked. Will you be here? She waved him away.
Yes, I'll be here. Where else would I go? Bring me a sponge cake tomorrow, will you? I haven't had sponge cake in years.
He rose and nodded to the others to do the same. Of course I will. About this same time tomorrow, and with a sponge cake.
Fine.
She uncrossed her legs and put them on the floor. Then she stood up. He was surprised how tall she was for a young girl.
I like you. I can talk to you. Do you have to bring the others?
If you'd like, I can come alone.
That's all right. These men aren't so bad. It's that old biddy I can't stand.
She put her arm around the doctor's shoulders and walked with him to the door where Tom was holding their coats.
You know, I once had a gentleman friend who had a beard just like yours. It smelled good, too. Rose water, isn't it?
Yes.
I love rose water.
If you'd like, I'll bring you a bottle tomorrow. He started to say something about the time of their meeting when she staggered. He tried to grab her, but she twisted away from him and fell heavily onto the floor. She jerked, several times kicking her legs and thrashing her arms. The four men held back, unwilling to get too close. Then she gave a short cry, stiffened her spine, stretched her legs straight out, and lifted her arms straight into the air. Her breathing was deep and noisy, sucking the air in and out of her flared nostrils. Oh, God, what now? Tom asked. What is it now? Dr. Stevens motioned for them to stand back. She's gone into trance, he said. I've seen this before. I can handle it. He got down on his knees and began the same passes over her head and shoulders that he had previously done. His hands fluttered just a few inches over her face and hair. Then he'd remove them with a swooping motion and shake his fingers as if there was something sticking to them. He was breathing heavily himself. Mr. Roff, sir, would you stand on the other side of her and hold out your hands like so? He put his arms out and his palms upward facing the girl. And Colonel Peters, will you get down at her feet and do the same? Just keep your palms upward, facing her. I need your strength as batteries. The men, knowing what he was talking about, did as they were told. Tom Vennum stood there, coats in his arms, staring at his daughter. The doctor passed his hands around her head again, and again shook his fingers. She didn't seem to be stirring. It's not working this time, Tom said. It will. The doctor was sure of his technique. Sometimes it takes longer than others, that's all. His hands swooped down in front of her face, got as far as her collarbone, and then back up again, shaking off something that only the doctor could feel. Lurancy groaned and lowered her arms a little. It's working, the colonel whispered. She's coming around. The doctor's hands fluttered, glided, swooped, and shook as they passed near the girl's face. She sighed and lowered her arms slowly to the floor. Asa looked at the colonel and met his smile. The doctor let his open fingers hover over her eyes, tops almost touching her lids, but never quite doing it. He closed his own eyes and concentrated on sending the energies the girl needed down his arms and out his hands into her body. His legs were starting to cramp, and, in spite of the chilled air in the room, he was perspiring. Asa and Colonel Peters never took their hands down, nor their eyes from the girl, unless it was to watch the doctor's face. Lurancy's cheek muscles twitched, and the corners of her mouth contracted. Her breathing was heavier now, and she flexed her fingers. She groaned and flexed one leg. Her lips moved as if she was trying to form the beginning of a word. "She's coming around now," said the colonel. The girl groaned again and twisted her face to one side and then the other. She moved her head in a circular motion as if trying to get all her neck muscles into play. The groans were louder now, coming from deep in her throat. Then she opened her mouth and gulped in large swallows of air. Finally, her eyelids fluttered and opened. At first, only the whites were visible. Then the pupils came slowly into view and finally into focus.
Pa? Pa?
Tom was beside her, touching her hair, pulling it away from her forehead.
Pa?
She looked at him. "Yes, Rancy, I'm right here. You just hush now. Your paw is right here."
No.
She turned her face away from him.
No, where's my paw?
She rose up on one elbow.
Pa?
"Over here, honey," Tom said. "I'm right here, beside you." She shook her head.
No.
She looked at him again, shook her head again. Then she looked into the doctor's face and into Colonel Peters' face.
No.
Her gaze went to Asa, and she stopped, eyes open, studying his features.
Oh, Pa! Your hair's so white. It's so good to see you again, Pa.
She sat up and reached for Asa, pulling him to her, hugging him close.
Oh, Pa!
Tom put a hand on her shoulder. "No, child, that's not your paw. That's Mr. Roth. I'm your paw. Over here."
This is my Pa. This is my Pa, and I ain't hugged him in years.
She pulled back, stared at him, and brought him back into her arms.
Oh, Pa, I missed you so.
Tom looked at Dr. Stevens and then at Colonel Peters. "What is this all about?" "I don't know," said the doctor. "Mr. Roff, sir, can you explain this?" Asa had tears running down his cheeks. "I'm afraid to ask for an explanation. You ask. You ask her her name."
My name? Oh, Pa, you know my name. My name is Mary. Mary Roth. I'm your daughter Mary that's come back to you. I'm back, Pa, I'm back.
What a reunion. It's so emotional. Who knew a story about possession and exorcism that could seem so scary could be so meaningful? I don't know if I've been this moved since Unchained Melody played during the movie Ghost. You know, Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Whoopi Goldberg, a potter's wheel. I definitely don't mean to make light of it, but this has been an ongoing topic forever. Thank you for being here while we continue to dive in. And just wait till what's next. Part 3 is coming in 3 weeks. So subscribe, make sure you don't miss it, and get back here so we can finish this story together. Now my friend Mandy is going to join me for this week's segment of Porchlight Whispers. Don't forget, we still need your story. So if you've got one, maybe it's time to submit it. I hope Mandy's courage and vulnerability inspires you to bring your voice into the porchlight.
Now, join me under the porchlight, the place where memories meet the present and voices from the past still linger in the dark. Tonight, we listen, not to the pages from a book, but to the people who have felt the unexplained and found the courage to share it. Welcome to Porchlight Whispers.
Okay, we are recording. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Bethany.
This is exciting. This is one of my favorite
Very
topics.
exciting.
Paranormal, spirituality, history. I think we're just going to dive in, but when did you live in Watseka specifically?
So I lived in Watseka from third grade, so from 1990 to 2003.
Did you live in the same house the whole time?
I would say the first 2 years I lived in Watseka, I did not live in the home I was raised in. And then I would say from 1992 to 2000.
Was that on Sheridan Avenue or was that on one of the cross streets?
It was on Sheridan Street.
So Mandy lived on Sheridan, which also happens to have the Roth home on it.
I was kitty corner from the house, so I had
You
to
could
look
see
at
it from yours.
every day.
But every day, Mandy has a view of the Roth home. Did you see anything over there, or did anything happen to you at your house?
When I would go by that house, sometimes when I was a kid, I would swear that I seen shadows in some of the windows. And living in my house, I most definitely seen shadows. I lived in a very small house. It was only a 2-bedroom. So I had my mom's bedroom and then my bedroom on a hallway. And then there was a bathroom in the middle of our bedrooms. Many a times I would be sitting in my bedroom with my door open and out of my peripheral side of my vision, I would swear that I would see a black shadow crossing in the hallway. What was really strange though is I never seen it in my bedroom. It was always outside my bedroom in the hallway.
Were you the only one that saw that?
My mom said that she's seen a lot of stuff too. She read the book Watseka, and then that's when a lot of stuff really started happening to her.
Ooh, so the book, did you have this one? Has a picture of Mary and Lurancy on it.
No, actually the book that my mom had, it was a paperback. It had like orange on the outside, and I remember flames being on it, and it said Watseka.
Did she finish the book? I forget.
She attempted to read it one time, and then that's when she started seeing not so good things that were waking her up, that she said she was seeing like dark entities. And then a couple years later, she read it again when we were living actually in the house on Sheridan Street. And that's when she said that when she had woke up, she felt something actually shaking her at the foot of the bed. It looked like that white aura. She said it didn't like so much like scare her. She didn't feel like that time it was bad because it was white. I'm not sure if she actually continued to finish the book. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah. Did you read it?
I have not read it.
So you get to listen
But
to
speaking of that, did this come from that now that I'm thinking about it? Do you remember when the girls would go in the bathroom and shut the light off and say Bloody Mary 3 times?
I'm so glad you said that.
Look at my arms.
Yeah,
Look at the goosebumps.
I moved to Watseka in 2nd grade, and I remember being out on the playground talking about Bloody Mary, and I'm pretty sure people that lived in Watseka their whole life told me Mary Roff. Sometimes people mix it up with Mary Roth with a TH.
I thought it was Mary Roth with the TH.
And since we both moved into town from other places,
That's where it started for me, was at Wanda Kendall in 3rd grade.
Yeah, that's when I first remember hearing about it. I didn't know about the house till middle school when I was at my aunt's and she had the book Watseka on her shelf, and I ended up borrowing it and reading it for the first time.
I used to also hear a lot of different things in my home. It was just my mother and I. Sometimes I would just hear like a noise or a bang or something and nobody would be there. But, you know, I've always been highly in tune with the spiritual world and none of it really scared me. I just kind of even knew at a young age what it was. I knew spirits were a thing. I was a believer. We're all a ball of energy, and I feel like we still come around now and then to check on our family, and we're all just bouncing around.
I agree. I feel like there's something within us that definitely lives on and potentially returns and continues to grow. I think that we connect as humans through that energy that is spiritual, that we can't explain. Therefore, sometimes people are afraid of what they can't explain.
You have to rely on what you feel the most. I am spiritual and I am religious at the same time too. Like, a lot of people are like, well, how is that? it's all intertwined together. Spirituality and religion to me is all one. They coincide together.
I remember a sleepover at your house on Sheridan in, I want to say, middle school, and there was definitely a Ouija board. So I loved that you were one of those people in Watseka even then that was like, let's do it, let's try it.
I don't toy with the Ouija anymore.
I haven't either. Like,
Just to get that out there, I don't know, I kind of have reservation with a Ouija.
a lot of times the topic goes to, we use the Ouija board, and then bad things started happening. So why would we discredit those people's story and information? And
Use
a lot of
extreme
protection.
caution. Yes, and that's the thing. There's my goosebumps. That's my confirmation with my spirituality. What Bethany said is absolutely correct. You have to use extreme caution, and you have to be very spiritually knowledgeable. You have to know that there are negative spirits out there. There are negative entities out there, and you have to know how to cleanse yourself. You have to know how to protect yourself from all these things.
In the Roth home, so we stayed there for a couple nights in October, they have one of the original wooden Ouija boards. And I was slightly tempted, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like back and forth because my curiosity is so big, but my impulse control is what I'm working on. And I'm glad we didn't decide to use it.
It's not a game.
No.
It's promoted as a game, and it's not a game. You're right on track with that. I'm not gonna lie, if we stay the night there, we're gonna use that Ouija board.
You know,
We're gonna use it, and we're gonna use it responsibly, but we're gonna use it. If it's there, if I can get my hands on a Ouija board from the 1800s, I'm gonna use it.
I am so in.
I would love to try to connect with Mary. I think I can do it.
I would
think I
really
can do
love
it.
that. Well, you're so inspirational. I have truly enjoyed connecting on this topic. Here's the thing, Mandy, we've known each other for a long time and we have history, but without having the reason to be like, hey, didn't you live near the Roth home? We wouldn't be having this major connection and we wouldn't be on each other's spiritual journeys.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
It was very scary to hit publish on the podcast, and it's really scary. That's the piece that most people get to, that when you really go to put yourself out there, most of us stop ourselves from fear. So I'm so thankful that we've reconnected through this, but much more thankful that we've connected on this level that we are.
Oh, absolutely. You're part of my soul tribe. I told you how that works. God will make it happen.
Yeah.
Spirit will make it happen. Some people love you, some people won't. Those aren't your people.
Thank you so much, Mandy, for taking the time to share your thoughts and experiences with us. Part 3 is coming in a couple weeks, and we need some more listener stories. So if you feel compelled, please email us, send it in. Until next time.
That was this week's edition of Porchlight Whispers. Do you have an experience of your own to tell? We want to hear your stories. Share your experience and let your small town whispers become part of ours.
And with that, the porch light dims, but the whispers stay with us. Join us again next time when another voice steps into the light.